Today marks the 1 year anniversary of Doors in Minecraft Devlog 1, or as you may know it now, Doors ReCrafted. Hi, it's me Thermold, and it's been a little while, not too long, not that long, guys. It hasn't been that long. It's been 5 months. So where have I been, guys? Well, I'll answer that today, but I wanted to just kind of talk about, well, you know, today. So today is, as I said, the 1 year anniversary of the Doors at Minecraft devlog, or as you may know, it's renamed Doors ReCrafted. Now, first I should probably say, why the name change? Well, good question. I wanted to kind of differentiate this game from Doors a little more and kind of give it its own identity since it is actually different from Doors and not just like a one-to-one thing. And plus, I want to give a different experience from Doors, and I wanted to kind of make that clear in the name. Now, that's not all I wanted to say in this video. I wanted to kind of cover the future of Doors ReCrafted, and of course, where I've been this whole time. So first, we'll just talk about that. Where have I been these past 5 months? Good question. Well, it all starts with Devlog 7. A few days or a week after Devlog 7 was posted, the Great Outdoors update came out for Doors. And originally, I did not plan to add anything related to the outdoors to this game because I didn't want to make more work for myself, and also I was just kind of like, I don't know how to add that. But after it came out, and after I played it like a bunch of times and realized how fun it is, I kind of wanted to incorporate at least a little bit of it into Doors ReCrafted. So I ended up making 5 entirely new entities. 2 of those set entities are actually in the game, and the other ones are just kind of still an idea in my head, but they are being planned out. So now, one of those entities, some of you actually already know about, depending on if you're on the Discord server or not, which, speaking of, y'all should definitely join. It's really the only place I'm actually super active, because as you probably realize, I am not super active on YouTube, especially if I just don't feel like making videos, but I'm very active on my Discord server, and in fact, I post a lot of teasers and a little snippets of things to come. So if you want to have more in-depth knowledge on this project, then definitely come check out the server. But besides that, what did I do after that? Well, after trying to figure out how to do name-dependent models, because I needed to figure that out for a certain thing with the outdoors, I ended up moving on to completely redoing the lobby. I really didn't like how the old lobby looked. It was literally just a floating thing in the middle of nothingness, which is what it is indoors, but my game has different lore, and that is not where it should be. So I completely revamped the lobby entirely. In fact, you could probably kind of see it in the background, but we're not going to go over there, because that's for Devlog 8. While I was building the lobby, I realized that some of my textures aren't tiling correctly, which was really annoying me. If you don't know what I mean by that, let me show you. So tiling is basically when if you put 2 blocks together, they look smooth together, like this. You can't really tell that there's a seam in between these blocks unless you like really stare at it and be like, yes, this is a block. But certain blocks just are really obvious. Like, you can very clearly see the seam here, and it is really, really annoying. So I decided to go back and change every single texture in the game, excluding a few. But yeah, almost every single texture was changed. Now you don't see it now because I don't have that resource pack on, but trust me, I did literally change everything, and I love the new textures. Safe to say I did a lot of work on that, so much so that it almost took up an entire month of my time. Wow. Yay. In that time, I made the Doors ReCrafted teaser trailer, which popped off way more than I thought it would. In fact, that's probably where most of y'all are coming from right now, so, hi! Anyways, that video really popped off, and it got me a lot of motivation for this project, so I started working more on it, until my Spanish class stepped in, because it gave me a project. That said project, I decided I was going to build an entire radar in Minecraft, so I did that. There's actually a video about it on my other channel that you can see here if you want to look at it. But yeah, that took like a few weeks of my time. Yay. Which means less time to work on this. Also, yay. After I did all that, I ended up retexturing more stuff But then guess what happened, guys? That was around winter break. You know what that means? Finals! Yay! I love finals! They're so fun! So yeah, I had to do a bunch of finals for school. One of those was another Spanish project where I made an entire Minecraft mod. I put a lot of work into my Spanish projects, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, I was pretty preoccupied. Not only that, but I just had a lot of schoolwork. And as a senior in high school, there's a lot of college stuff I have to do too. So that was also preventing me from doing anything, which is so cool. I love it so much. So after all of that, we're now on month 5. And what did I do on month 5? The look man. Now, you don't understand. I hate the look man. His old texture, at least. I hate how he looked. If you've been on this channel for long enough and have watched all the devlogs, you know the beef I have with this guy. His texture is never rendered correctly, his eyes never glowed, and it was the most annoying thing ever. So I decided I was going to completely remodel him, and he gave me more trouble. It was so cool. First, his head was the only thing rendering, then I couldn't figure out how to get his model to work, and someone said, oh, it could be animations. So I made entirely new animations for him, which meant I had to learn what the heck animation controllers were, which I didn't know what they were, and no one would tell me. So I had to figure them out on my own, and I figured it out on my own, but it took 2 weeks. 2 weeks of my time to get it to work. But it does work, and I'll actually show you, because I've been showing him a lot on the Discord server, and I really, really like how he looks. So anyways, here's what he looks like. I am in love with this guy. He's so cool. Look at how cool he is. He has like this outline. He's got animations. Wow. He's so cool. I love him. Anyways, we're gonna kill him now. Because, yeah. We'll save the rest of him for Devlog 8. But anyways, I spent my entire time working on the look man for the past 2 weeks. Which is just awesome, man. I love it so much. And not only that, I'm not even done with the backdoors entities. I'm also now remodeling Hoax because I don't like how he looks either. Although I will say the little guy is really silly, but he needs to fit in with the other entities, so I am changing him. So, that brings us up to now, which brings us to the future of Doors ReCrafted. Which, what is that, Thermold? Good question. Well, I've had a video that I've been planning for quite a while now, and it has to do with the trailer video I was talking about. With all the new viewers, I decided that I would make a video covering every single entity in the game so far, just to kind of catch everyone up and not have to force them to watch 44-minute devlogs, because I don't think anyone has the attention span to do that. And frankly, I don't either. So I didn't feel like pointing people to that. So instead, I just thought I would make an entirely new video for it. But it takes a lot of work, because I realized I needed to finish a lot of the entities that I had made, and some of them still don't even have textures. For example, the King Dreadmite still looks like this. Yay. Oh wait, he's gonna start spawning stuff. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no. No, no, I need to kill it. Die. Death, no, no, die. No, please, no, 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 I can't hit it. Die. I didn't even hit it. Die. No, please, die, 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 die. But anyways, yeah, some of the entities are still unfinished, which is really annoying. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, I had to also figure out this guy, who also took a really long time. I had to figure out how to get animations to work, and I had to learn what materials were, which if you don't know what they are, search them up. I don't know. That's the best I can explain. But anyways, for the future of this project, I wanted to make that video, but again, I needed to actually make everything look good first, which is why it's not out yet, because I'm not done. Wow. After that, I plan to have Devlog 8 posted, which shouldn't be too hard because I have already set up the entire layout area over there, but I don't even think everything I've done will even be in it, especially the whole retexture thing I was just talking about, because so much stuff has changed that I don't think I can cover it all. This is another Devlog 5 situation where it's going to be 20 minutes long. Yay. So that kind of wraps that up, but I do still want this project done, or at least in beta, by the end of the school semester. So basically when summer starts. because I'm going to be going to college after that, and I don't know how much time I'll have to work on this whole thing. So I'd like to have it at least in beta before then, which would be really cool. So that's kind of the future of this project, and just kind of where I'm at right now. So hopefully I will have a new video out in a few weeks, hopefully before February. I'm not sure how I'll pull that off, but I'm hoping. As I said earlier, I'm very active on my Discord, so if you do want to learn more about this project or talk to the community or see leaks and stuff, then definitely consider joining, because that's where I talk the most, and I don't really like leaving people in the dark, but that's kind of what I've been doing with all of you. But it's just easier for me on Discord. So if y'all are able to join, then feel free. And if you have any questions to ask about this project, feel free to ask in the comments too if you can't join the Discord. I'll try to get back to you, but I'm not very active on my YouTube account, so bear with me. Anyways, that's really all I have to say. Happy first anniversary of Doors ReCrafted, which actually its anniversary was back in October, but we won't talk about that. Happy anniversary to Doors ReCrafted, and I will hopefully see y'all when that video comes out. Bye, guys.
Bye.